Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great start to 2017. I know that I am so far. And this video is going to be my collective 2016 beauty favorites. So this is probably going to be a long video because I've got a lot of stuff and it was hard to narrow things down because there were so many great things through 2016. So stay tuned and I hope you enjoyed this video. First things first, I want to start off with my face. Things that I've been loving as far as like cleansing and stuff like that. First thing is this thing I'm almost completely out of. This has lasted me a long while, but I absolutely love this. Before this, I tried the L'Occitane one, and I really liked that one as well, but I tried a different brand, and I got this from Sephora. It's the Josie Maran Argan Cleansing Oil. This is so moisturizing and it just takes off all of my makeup and everything. I just need a couple of pumps in it in my hand. I rub it into my face, into my eye makeup and everything, and it just melts it and dissolves it away. It's great at taking mascara off, especially. So yeah, I've really been loving this, and it doesn't strip away like any moisture from my face, which I especially love because some of them have a tendency to just feel like that like streaky feeling on your face, but this one is so great and it's so moisturizing and it smells really, really good. The next face product that I've absolutely been loving is actually a mask. I love masks, but this is probably my, by far, favorite of 2016. I got this more at the beginning of the year. This is the Herbivore Blue Tansy AHA plus BHA Resurfacing Clarity Mask. That is a mouthful. And it's basically this really weird blue jelly, and you just put it on your face and it feels tingling and like a little bit burning at first, but not like, oh my god, get this off my face type of burning. You can handle it. But anyway, it's really great at basically just bringing clarity and brightness and, you know, kind of getting rid of all of that dead surface and dullness on your face, and I just absolutely love it. I leave it on my face for about 10 minutes and then wash it off, and it's really been like a great mask this year. And along the lines of face stuff, next I want to talk about different setting sprays and primers and stuff like that I've been loving this year. If you have seen other videos, you will notice this. I purchased this and I don't know where I would be without this now. I absolutely could not live without it. It's the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray Oil Control. I absolutely love this. I don't find that I have an oily problem, but I do find that after a long day of wearing my makeup for like 8 to 10 hours, my makeup does have a tendency to just start kind of disappearing on my face, especially like foundations and stuff like that. And this has been a huge game changer for me. It keeps my makeup in place and it keeps it looking like I just applied it all day long, and I absolutely love it, especially if I've got like something important to go to. You don't want your makeup running or smearing or disappearing, and this has been a huge help. So yeah, love that. And then I want to talk about primers. So I have two primers that I had a really hard time narrowing down. They're two different primers, but they do different things. This is the Glossier Priming Moisturizer. So it's a buildable hydrating cream. It comes out in a white moisturizer consistency. It smells of coconuts. I lied. It doesn't really have a smell. Why did I think it smelled like coconuts? I don't know. I love coconut smelling things, so I don't know. Anyway, I really love this as far as having just like a very moisturized base to go in with, instead of having to use a moisturizer and then a primer on top of it. This is basically a 2-in-1. It creates like a flawless sort of base to apply makeup to. Makeup really goes on smoothly onto my face after I use this. And this is more of a, like, when I'm doing like just a simple makeup look, nothing like too extravagant or anything like that, I will put this on my face. I use it all of the time, and I just absolutely loved it this year. So. And then the next primer is going to be, no surprise if you've seen some of my other videos, and this is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. This is amazing. One of the best primers that I've ever tried in my entire life, especially if you're wanting to go for a more glowy sort of makeup look. You want to have a healthy, pretty glow to your skin. What I really love about this is I love the packaging. I wish they would have done this packaging for the Becca foundation, like a pump style. It would have been so much better. But I tried that foundation and I loved it at first, and then I noticed it was sitting on top of my skin and you could just see it no matter if I used a brush or a beauty blender, a wet beauty blender, like it just always sat on top of my skin. So, but the packaging on that is horrible, but I wish they would have done like a pump style. But anyway, this is beautiful underneath makeup. It just brings a nice beautiful glow to your face that looks very natural, and my makeup looks great on top of it, so couldn't ask for anything better. And then as far as foundations, now full coverage foundations, I did not really find one that I was like, oh my god, about this year, except for the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea foundation. I really loved that one, but I feel like I love these ones a little bit more. Now, as far as a CC cream, which is what I normally wear, I wear foundations occasionally, but not all the time, especially when you live in Florida. It's hard to wear foundations throughout the day. But I've been loving these two CC creams the most. This is the CC Cream Daily Correct Broad Spectrum SPF 40 Sunscreen in Fair to Light, and I'm almost completely out. This is by the brand Supergoop. I absolutely love this. I actually think that this is a shade lighter than my normal skin tone. It's what I'm wearing on my face today. I think it's a shade lighter than my normal skin tone, but I actually really like that. It makes my skin not look so, I don't know how to explain it. Not necessarily pigmented, but sometimes I feel that some foundations that actually match true to your skin tone, they have a tendency to be like a little off in pigment, like either they're too pink undertones or too yellow undertones. With this, it's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, and then I can just build up the warmth on my face with like a bronzer or something like that, and it just looks very natural and healthy, and I absolutely love the way this looks on my face. As like a normal day-to-day sort of thing, I wear this all the time. So I absolutely love this. I highly recommend it. If you're looking for a good CC cream, look no further. This is amazing. And then the other CC cream that I've absolutely been loving is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Illumination. This has SPF 50 in it, and I really, really, really love this. I didn't find this till probably about halfway through the year, but I absolutely love this. I love applying it with a damp beauty blender. I feel like that's the best way that it looks on your face. I don't really think that it applies best with a brush, but that's just me personally. I love it with a damp beauty blender. It just kind of applies to the face more evenly and more seamlessly, and it makes you look very glowy and just very like you've got a million hours of sleep, and I absolutely love it. I highly recommend it. And it has a little pump, and it's lasted me for a while, and I am in the shade Light. And then the last face product that I've absolutely been loving is the Bare Minerals Blemish Remedy, and I am in the shade Clearly Pearl 02. Now, I actually didn't think that I was going to like this because it's a powder foundation, and I'm not a huge fan of powder foundations, but this I absolutely love. The way that I apply it is with this round 102 Silk Finish Zoeva brush, and I basically just dip it in there and blend it on my face, and it just makes my skin look poreless, flawless, like everything that I could possibly want. I love the way that it stays on my face. It doesn't make my face look cakey even though it's a powder, which I absolutely love. And it was just by sheer coincidence that I decided to try this, and I'm so glad that I did because I absolutely love it, and that's all I really have to say about that. Love it. And then along the lines of foundations and such, the two concealers that I have been loving and I had a hard time choosing because one is they're both different. So for under eyes, I've absolutely been loving the Urban Decay Naked Skin color correcting fluid, and this is in the shade Pink. I absolutely love this and will continue to buy this a million times over for under eyes. It brightens my under eyes so well. It makes me look like I have no dark circles, nothing. It makes me look like I've gotten a bunch of sleep. It doesn't settle into the lines. It doesn't get weird underneath. It's just very beautiful. It looks very natural, and I absolutely love it. Like, that's all I've got to say. And then the other one for my skin, any blemishes, any scarring, anything like that for covering up, is the Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. And I am in the shade Fair. I think that's what it says. So yeah, I absolutely love it. I love it just has like a little easy dofa applicator. It does get a little bit messy, but I can deal because this is a great concealer for covering up anything, any imperfection that you're looking to cover up. And it's pretty inexpensive actually compared to some other concealers, but okay. Now let's talk about other face products. Now, I fell in love with a couple of bronzers towards the end of the year, but I didn't really feel like it was fair to talk about them because I haven't loved them for the majority of 2016, and that would be the Laura Mercier bronzer and the Hourglass Ambient Lighting bronzer. But again, I found them towards the end of the year, so I didn't really feel like it would be fair to mention them. But something that I have been loving for pretty much the whole year is a blush, and it's been my favorite blush and probably my most used, and I still have the insert in it. I don't know why I keep all the inserts for my NARS products. Don't ask me. And it is this blush in the shade Impassioned. It is the most beautiful, subtle, natural looking pink. It's almost pinky purple if you compare it to like a really simple light pink, but it is just absolutely stunning on my skin tone, and I'm normally like a in between. I don't know, I'm not the lightest shade, but I'm somewhere in the middle of like light and kind of medium, not really, I don't know, and I have some like pink undertones as well. So this blush looks great on my skin tone, and I just absolutely love it. NARS blushes are amazing. So, but if you're looking for the perfect like pinky, natural looking blush, I would highly recommend this one. Again, it's in the shade Impassioned. I don't really like Orgasm that much. I know that that's like a cult classic favorite. Everybody loves the shade Orgasm, but for me it's too glittery, and I don't know, I don't really like it. I'm not a huge fan. So that's just me. I don't know. Let me know if you're on the same page. And then as far as brows are concerned, the one product that I've been absolutely loving for the whole year, it's been the whole year, and I will definitely be repurchasing, is the Anastasia Brow Definer. I've tried the Brow Wiz, I've tried the Brow Pencil, I've tried the Brow Powder, all from Anastasia, but I have to say that this is my by far favorite. Firstly, I love the fact that the spoolie is a little bit bigger than the Brow Wiz, so I don't know, I just like the fact that it's a little bit bigger. I feel like the other ones are a little too small. But then basically it comes out at an angle, and that is what I absolutely love. It's really easy to get, you know, the flatter, or not the flatter, but like the beginning of your brow, and then off more to a tapered point. I absolutely love this. Mine is in the shade Medium Brown. Yeah, I just absolutely love this product. It's been like my go-to brow product this year. Okay, I'm gonna try to wrap it up so that this video isn't like an hour long. Okay, now a couple of eye products that I've been loving. The palette that I've probably used the most this year, which I know is not new to everybody. Everybody loves this palette, but it's newer to me. I purchased it at the beginning of the year, and that is the Lorac Pro palette. It's just such a gorgeous palette. First of all, I know that this sounds stupid, but like packaging is a big deal for me. Sometimes I'm like, I don't really like the packaging and I won't really bother with a product, which I know sounds super superficial and really annoying, but I just like my packaging to look good. You know? Okay. So first of all, I love how sleek this palette is. It's super travel friendly. Super travel friendly. It's got a decent sized mirror, but what I also really love is that the whole palette is just like bendable and flexible, whereas some of them you can't do that. So I don't know why I love that so much, but I really do. And it's got 16 shades. It's a huge palette, lots of color variation, but it's more on the warm side of a palette than a cool side, and normally I prefer cooler shades than I do warm shades. But I absolutely love this palette. I remember when I first saw this palette, I wasn't a huge fan of it because I thought that the eyeshadows were like really soft, but they had a tendency, there was a lot of fallout. But with a really good primer, I don't have that issue at all anymore. But I absolutely love this shade, or this palette. I'd say that my favorite shades are probably gold, bronze, and pewter. These three shades right here at the bottom, I absolutely love them. This palette, the eyeshadows are so buttery and blendable, it is absolutely ridiculous. Love this. Go check it out. I highly recommend it. Ugh. And then the last eye product that I've been loving is a mascara. This is the, I say that weird, don't I? Mascara? This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I used to hate this mascara because the wand is huge and I have really small eyes. I have found that practice makes perfect, and I've used this quite a few times because I really wanted to love it because it gives you more volume. And now that I've like learned a better technique at how to apply this, I absolutely love it. I know everybody and their mother does, but this is such a fantastic mascara. If you've never tried it before, I highly recommend you run into a store and purchase you some. And it's like a weapon. It's like a really heavy duty tube. Okay. And then the last few things that I've absolutely been loving, I want to talk about some lip products. The first is more of a lip chapstick sort of thing. This is the Cary Gran. I got this from Sephora. It's a lip whip, but it's a tinted lip whip. And this is peppermint. It smells like peppermint. Not everybody's a fan of peppermint, but I personally am. I put it on at nighttime usually, and it stays on my lips, and it makes them super moisturized, and it's got a little bit of a tint, not a whole lot, but a little bit. And it smells like peppermints, and it's all natural, and I love it. And then the two lipsticks, not lipsticks, but other lip products